Alright guys, I think we can all agree that our TV usage has probably drastically increased over the past year due to this Panasonic that we've been in. So if you're normal, you're probably watching some Netflix, maybe some Hulu, maybe some Amazon Prime even. Who knows? But I think the last thing we would all choose to watch is cable TV. I think I'm about to be sick. All right, all jokes aside, but can we all agree that cable TV, their quality has had a drastic decline within the last 4 to 5 years? Like even shows I used to love and watch every single night, I'm growing up and realizing they are just super corny. For example, I used to always watch late night TV shows. One of my favorite hosts was Jimmy Kimmel. I used to gather around every single night, be super excited to watch Jimmy Kimmel. Now with things like YouTube on the rise, you can kind of see right through the fakeness that's on TV. Which brings me to my next candidate, Ellen Degenerous. Ellen Degeneros, who just went through a massive legal battle trying to convince people that she's equally as nice in person as she is on the Ellen Degenerous Show. Despite hundreds of her workers arguing against that, and several people who have met her in real life also saying that didn't happen.
Yeah. What else do you want to learn? Just one question. Just what else does he want? I don't know what you're telling him, but just ask him what I'm saying. How was the party? I wasn't invited.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited. Last time I was on the show, last year, you gave me a bunch of shit about not inviting you, but I didn't even know you wanted to be invited.
Well, who doesn't want to be invited to a party?
Well, I didn't even know you liked me.
I like you. You knew I liked you. You've been on the show many times, and don't I show like?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But I did invite you and you didn't come, so.
This time you invited me?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know? I don't think so.
Ask everybody.
Guys, those opinions don't matter because Kevin Hart said she's a nice person. But putting all of those allegations aside, her show is, it's questionable. Listen, I understand COVID is still going on, and due to that, we're still in a pandemic. But TV shows have to abide by certain guidelines, which means they can't have live audiences anymore. This whole show is just weird. Since they can't have a live audience anymore, they have these giant iPads in the audience, full of a bunch of stay-at-home moms waving to the screen. Obviously, since they don't have a live audience, they're not gonna have any cheering or clapping, so they have to add that in post. Even putting all of that stuff aside, the show is just bad. The way Ellen talks to her audience reminds me of when a foreign kid comes to the school and people don't think they speak English, so they speak really, really slow so they understand. I don't know if Ellen thinks her audience is full of 10-year-olds or if this is just how she is, but if I've never seen the show and I was just watching it on mute, it looks like it's for an 8-year-old.
Mary, Mother of God.
They have this giant weird mascot that comes out during the show. It looks like it was in the show Yo Gabba Gabba. I just think this is the TV equivalent of watching Blue's Clues in your 40s. Listen, I understand there's always worse. You could be watching Wendy Williams. To get straight to the point, Wendy Williams is a terrible person. You have spent money to go to a live show of Wendy Williams. That has to be the dumbest thing somebody can spend their money on. I would rather have Jeffree Star piss on a sock than go to a live showing of Wendy Williams. Gus Johnson did a really good video on why Wendy Williams is just a horrible person.
You're the one who took the pictures.
The classic fucking victim blaming shit. Like, well, if you didn't want somebody to steal your privacy and fucking expose your tits to the world, you shouldn't have had consensual fun. It's like,
so if you really need to know, go watch his video. Next thing we're gonna talk about is these horrible singing competitions and reality TV shows. You guys remember when we used to watch American Idol and all of the amazing singers who came out of that competition? And even if you weren't a fan of the singing, the horrific performances that happen early on in the show actually make the show watchable.
And there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be.
How did we go from that show to this absolutely atrocious show?
Pour myself a cup of ambition, yawn and stretch and try to come alive.
The Masked Singer is one of the worst shows I have ever seen. I don't see how the judges don't feel absolutely ridiculous saying the exact 4 lines every single person who comes on that stage.
More cowbell!
Yes, a cowbell!
Oh no! No way, I couldn't tell. Oh my god, I wonder who it is. Shut up. Also, how did we go from getting amazing judges like Randy Jackson, Paula Abdul, J-Lo, Simon Cowell, to whoever the hell these people are? So does anybody find it weird that Nick Cannon goes from hosting a show like Wild 'N Out, where he has a completely different personality?
I could buy his, I could buy they shop, and then buy your. Okay.
And when he goes on shows that he used to host like America's Got Talent or The Masked Singer, all of a sudden he goes from being Nick Cannon to Nicholas Cannon.
The robot.
If you are a grown adult and you like watching The Masked Singer, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. That's final. And lastly, the best, worst show that is on TV. Bachelor or The Bachelorette. This is the only bad show that I kind of give a pass to, only due to the logic that it's so bad that it's good. The show is so over dramatized, and the fact that people get that invested over strangers still drives me insane. That show is literal scientific proof that people will do absolutely anything for money or exposure. Those girls or guys literally have to pretend to be in love with somebody they just met for pretty much no reason. A great example of why this is a problem is when they had that middle-aged mental patient Claire on the show. She absolutely freaks out because a group of the 15 guys that she has there wasn't giving her attention for about 2 minutes.
Sitting here, I had made a toast, and then there was the longest awkward silence. Sat here and was embarrassed and had to almost does anybody want to spend time with me?
I'll take a moment to speak for the group.
You don't need to speak for the group. You need to speak for yourself. If you guys all want to hang out with each other, you can do that, and I can go home and go to bed. Today, I'm a woman.
Yeah.
And I want my man to show me you care.
Or when they had that awesome guy named Chad on the show. He was probably the only logical one on the show. He was straight to the point, he was honest. When the girl asked if he was in love with her, he said, "I just met you. Maybe in the future, as of now, we don't really know each other. I met you about 3 days ago."
What are all the things that you love about me?
I don't know yet. I mean, these guys can all tell you all the different things that they love about you and they've studied about you on TV or whatever, but I don't know. You know, I know you're beautiful. You can't be in love with her. Like, if you are, that's weird. It wants to stop you from falling in love with the next girl that immediately walks up. I'm the only one now, looking back, that was honest.
For the rest of the season, this guy Chad was looked at as the villain because he was the only logical one on the show. Where do I stand with TV? I hate it. It's bad. It's not good. I don't like it. Make it stop. Guess what? These shows make more money than my salary and Tana Mojo's OnlyFans combined. I didn't really contribute much to that metaphor. You know, why watch non-stop, commercial-free, quality TV shows that are on Netflix or Hulu? You could watch Oscar award-winning acting from Riverdale.
Clubs, trying out for sports.
Not me. I dropped out in the 4th grade to run drugs to support my nana.
Anyways, that's gonna wrap the video up. If you liked my rant, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. If you didn't like my video, make sure you go on The Masked Singer, do a whole entire season, and at the end of the episode, make sure you reveal your mask and say, "You hate me." Anyways, thanks for watching, and have a good day.